Hey, Christy Mattoon here from Rewire. Good morning to you. I'm out on the porch enjoying a wonderful cup of coffee. If you haven't subscribed, liked, followed, whatever platform you're watching this on, I greatly appreciate that when you do. So thank you so much for that. And today I want to talk about your will and the ability to actually take authority of your will and control your own will. And it's kind of an interesting topic. It's something that I've recently thought a lot about, actually, and understand that the more you work on it, the better it gets. We have been taught in this country and probably all around the world how to defocus, right? Everything that we watch is fast-paced, it's fast-moving. We teach our kids in school that they can't take rest, that they can't stop for a few minutes, even their 5-minute period in between, the passing period in between classes. It's absolutely insane. And so we teach their minds to be like on crack. They're like speeding all the time, trying to keep up from class to class, changing their focus, quickly and just keep moving and keep moving and keep moving. And we're training their brains to stay in this pattern of just clutter, from the use of cell phones, which is what I'm on right now, to watching TV, the games that they play, the stuff that they're watching, the stuff that they're listening to, how quickly you can just flip through something like Facebook or Instagram or even the videos on YouTube and just keep your brain like spinning and spinning and spinning. And it teaches you to think that you have to keep doing. You have to keep moving. If you're not moving, you're not exceeding. You're not moving forward, right? And so that's what your brain tends to start thinking. And we teach ourselves, we train our kids, and we have for centuries how to act just like this, how to be in the mode that we're caught up in and stuck in. And instead of training the brain so hard, we should be training the heart. We should be training the will of the matter instead of just the brain and the direction, the focus, the attention that we put to things in such a rapid fire manner. So when you're training your will, when you're retraining your will, your focus, your ability to do what you want, that's your will, is your ability to do what you want in any given moment for any length of time. You have to do something to train it. You can't just think about it and think that you're going to do it. You actually have to go through steps to train it. So here's what I do. Here's what I recommend. And this is like something literally that I practice every day. It becomes part of a daily practice. And I always say, if you're not practicing something, you are practicing something else. You're always practicing. No matter if you think you are or think you are not, you are always practicing. And if you're practicing flipping through Facebook, right? How fast can you flip through some of the feeds and some of the stuff on there? That's a practice. You're teaching your brain to skip from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. Same thing on Instagram, same thing on YouTube, same thing, like pretty much anything you do. The games that you play on, I forget what the game boxes are called nowadays, but those kind of things. Even going from situation to situation. Classrooms and school buildings are a great example of this. 45 minutes in a class, you have to learn all this stuff. You get 5 minutes off to get to the next classroom to start that all over again without enough of a break in between to reset your system. What would happen if we stopped in between classes and taught kids how to internalize the information with an emotion that it would actually set the stuff that they just learned, if it was factual, that's a whole nother story, right? If it was something worth learning, maybe that's a better way to say that, and be able to hold it into their internal workings instead of having to try and sit there and train their brain to stay inside that mode of focus and refocus and refocus and refocus. It's just not a healthy way to live. We train the heart to feel what it is it needs to know. It's much easier. It's an easy way to get there, an easier way to get there. And by doing that, you actually train your will. What do you want to focus on? So here's what I do. Set a timer for 10 minutes. And I'm using 10 minutes as an obscure number. Whatever the amount of time would be that would work best for you. And there's actually ways that you can figure this out. and I'll use another video to explain that. But you want to pick a number, a decent amount of time that will work for you. 10 minutes happens to be my number. That happens to be my time. And so I use 10 minutes. And I will sit for a 10-minute period of time focusing, using my will, directing my attention on something, one thing. Pick it, whatever it is. It doesn't even matter. But focus your will on one thing for that period of time. It doesn't have to be a huge period of time. It just needs to be a period of time that will set your system into motion and teach you that I can do this for a period of time. Now, if I need to put my focus on something for longer than 10 minutes, my body already knows that I can do that, and it's not a big deal. And so my mind, my will, my emotions, which I consider the soul, can do what it needs to do within the realm of this physical body to get me to the next step or to the next thing. Does that make sense? I hope this is helping. So I literally, like this was this morning, I write a list. Here's my list. I don't know what all that says on it. That's my list. That part's my list, right? So 10 minutes a day, and I always write that at the top. So this morning I worked on my gut for 10 minutes, for 10 solid minutes. I sat in a meditation with a higher level feeling, focusing all the energy into my gut. And then I did my immune system for 10 minutes. And then I did full bank accounts. Did you read that one? That's funny. Full bank accounts for 10 minutes. And then I did my family health. Family health. So when I'm doing family health, it's whoever in my mind steps in and receives. So that could be my husband, my son, my daughters. It could be any number. My mother actually stepped in this morning, my father, brothers, even my deceased brother stopped in, right? So it could be anybody. And then also I have on there Mind Rewire Takeoff. So Mind Rewire is my personal business, and it's just for it to take off to the next level. And so these were on my list today. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. Less than an hour of focused, intentful meditation, movement in a higher valued feeling. So I set myself up in that higher feeling first. I really feel it. That takes about 3 minutes. Come on now, 3 minutes, that's it. And then I jump right into the focused intentions of what it is what I'm working on in that moment. The moments that I'm doing that, I'm retraining my system, I'm focusing my will, and I'm training my body that I can do whatever I will it to do. Yes? It's a great way to live your life. And so I encourage you to start training your will in this manner. Instead of letting society, instead of letting TV, instead of letting all the stuff that's been put around us train you, you train you. You decide when, you decide how, you decide what. Sorry about the noise in the background. Somebody's getting a delivery. So there you go. That's my word for the day. I hope that helps. I hope it gives you something to work on. And I bless you in this. I bless you that this be easy. If you need help trying to figure out what your time allotment is, and I'll do another video on that here in a bit, or if you need help finding that higher level feeling, that is a key to this. That is a key to all of this, is you have to get into a higher level feeling. The feeling itself dictates your next action. If I'm in anxiety or depression, what is my next action going to be? If I'm in this higher level feeling that's love, joy, peace. Peace is an awesome place to hang out if you've got nothing else, or if you feel like you've got nothing else. Peace is an amazing place to hang out, and love gets greater and greater in that place. All right, blessings to you. Contact me if you need help. Please comment below. Comment below. Thank you.